I'm already missing the sun after 2 days of rain.
Oh, but we need this rain. The plants are just like smiling. So I'm going to have, we only have 6 people so far, so I am going to have you type something in that will either be inspirational, funny, or just say have a nice day. So I just want to make sure everybody is, their computer's working and you're hearing me. Happy Friday, Jose. Happy Friday, Mandy. TGIF Jody. Yes, hi everyone from Jody. Okay, we have a very, very small agenda, unless you guys add items to it. So first of all, what I'd like you to do is just look at the agenda. Again, it's very short. If you can think of any questions that you currently have, go ahead and type them in the chat box. Now, Julie submitted that. And how do you manage the pressures of your job? Pressure slash stress of your job. That was just a general question that I added if we don't have a lot of other questions. We had that at our ECCLA meeting, and actually that was, we were requested to get a speaker, and we're still looking for a speaker for it if somebody has a suggestion. So how does the agenda look for everybody? Inspirational, Skinner's constant, or Flanagan's Finagling factor. The quantity which, when multiplied by, divided by, added to, or subtracted from the answer you get, gives you the answer you should have gotten. Okay, Jose. Thank you for your inspirational. And Nicole got it. Okay, any other agenda items? You could even either chat them in or turn on your microphone and let me know. Okay, so we'll start with the agenda. Why is sugar so slow right now? Actually, what I'd like you to do is we've gotten like 2 tickets about the speed, and if you could chat in your box right now whether you've noticed that since a week ago Monday on the 10th, if you've noticed that sugar has gotten faster, slower, about the same, or you don't really know because you haven't used it enough. So put that in the chat box. Okay, Nicole says slow. Seems much slower, about the same for Caitlin. So we got 3 slows, about 1 the same. Slower, it takes longer to slave, slow. It seems, okay, so we got 1 about the same, and then 6 slower, 7 slower. For me, it seems to depend on what I'm doing. So yeah, like Deanna said, it takes longer to save. That was one of the specific type of things that, so I'm going to put that down for input. We have 6 slower, 1 the same, and then slower when saving. Okay, any other areas that you can tell specifically that it's slower for? When I search for like an account, it seems to go just as fast as it used to. When I bring up a report, I've done a few reports, it seems to go about the same, but I have noticed it's slow when saving. So if you could give us any other feedback of when you've noticed it's slowing down. Or just say spending changes specifically slower, okay. Ordering on ECConnect has been very slow. Actions on the searching is the same speed. Actions on the actions menu. Ordering. Okay, add another ordering. Mandy, ordering and saving. And I'll just put many because we've gotten a couple tickets as well as, okay, one of the, thinking of QIP goals to ECConnect. Yes, we've gotten a separate ticket on that too, about actually 4 tickets on that. Yeah, we have some still, we've been getting tickets from the 13th and 14th when people were entering QIP goals in Colorado Shines, and they still haven't synced over. I have a ticket into the Colorado Shines as well as into Bill looking at that. So thank you for your feedback. That really is helpful. I'll update the tickets to Bill about the speed. I don't know if it will help him, but he is working on it. The challenge is trying to keep up with the versions of Sugar because it's a new version. However, we have another new version. We sort of did an intermediate update so we could test it, and maybe even the next version would speed it up, but we don't know what other problems will it bring up. It's a little hard to test the speed on the production because it's not the same type of activity. So the speed is one of the most difficult things to test when you're rolling out a new version. Okay, any other questions related or comments related to why is Sugar slow? And you can say no or just type in your question. No more questions? Nope. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, and what I'm going to do is this is just you all helping each other. How do you handle stress or challenges? Let's see. I'm going to see how I worded it before. Oh, stress and of the job. So if you could just type some things in and I will copy and paste them. And we don't have Emily on the call, but when Emily was telling jokes, that helps my stress. I really enjoy it when people say jokes or something like that. So that's fun. Okay, take breaks from the stressful aspect, change to a new task and return later. That's a great suggestion. Is I actually even have a my to-do list, sort of anticipate stress. So some of the things that I have to do are much more stressful than others. And so I will sort of even schedule them at the most opportune time. Any other suggestions? Modica.com. I have never heard of that. Whoops. Modica.com. Okay. 10-minute walks? Yeah, Deanna, I actually go lie in the sun when it's sunny. It'd be too wet for me to lie right down right now. Turn off email alerts on personal devices. Oh, that's a great idea. How about we just cancel all email? Okay, this obviously is a very short meeting, unless somebody else has a agenda item. I've actually asked a couple people, you know, because I knew the meeting was going to be short, and so if you have any more questions, either for Jose or I, and you don't want to tell them to the whole group, do you all know how to do a private message? So instead of two, everyone, you can do two, there's a, right below the chat, it's 2 organizers only. So let us know, those of you that wanted to stay on and get some individual help, go ahead and do a private chat to us. And the rest of you, unless you have some other agenda item, thanks for being on a very, very short call. It's nice to have 45 minutes extra, and so part of this is to reduce your own stress. So I'm going to add end meetings early. Thank you, Nicole. Thanks for such a short meeting, and you contributed a lot in that short period of time.